but defeat itself. The lessons which the secret tales untold, with war cries ringing our spirits hold. Clad in robes of crimson night, augmented limbs of fearsome sight, ancient rites, machine incantation, data flows like divine revelation, synthesizing.
Well, hello everybody, and welcome to the Art of Lore Show.
Right. Extra noses pounces on you, eating you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your boys from across the floor. Noses your Nicky Wakito Gamer Tilde hee hee. Right. Extra noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your boys from across the floor. Noses your Nicky Wakito Gamer Tilde hee hee.
Okay, now that we've suffered,
I forgot to fix that. Oh no, the Yuki's coming in! Okay, it's Sound Alert Central right now. All the sound alerts are going off.
Were you not expecting it?
I was. There's a fight for the bomb now. Mama Bear beat Ash to it. Ash got mad. And then Zombie hit me with the Yuki. Hello, everybody. Hello. Bob's putting in fucking Horace.
I died in
Fucking Horus!
And finally.
We'll start the show here soon, I suppose.
Oh boy.
Oh God, now shoot the duck! Oh, God. Shoot the duck! No, what the fuck? Why? Okay, I think
Milk, Bessie.
oh no, we're not safe. There's space fighters now.
We're gonna go out there. We're gonna lay down some corn and some wheat. We're gonna wait for that to come. We're gonna get.
Or as I like to call it,
these
Leroy's Origins.
Good old Jebediah, the good old donkey there. Go on and get that archer going. All through this man in a goddamn spaceship comes and put a goddamn laser gun to my
It all
head.
started with
I'm
the
out here
meme.
shooting
It all started with the
spiders
meme.
the size of goddamn cattle.
and it all went downhill from there.
And then it devolved
Yeah, I
into
can
me
see
and
how you
Alan
go
not
nuts.
having anything to do at work for 8 hours, and we developed an entire fucking history.
Okay, well, all the sound bites have finally stopped. So, I want to say hello, everybody. If you can understand anything I'm saying, hello, Ash. Hello, Professor. Hello, Bob. Hello, Cheerio. Hello, Mama Bear. And hello, Zombie. I believe I've gotten everybody. If I miss somebody, just scream.
Anybody?
Anybody getting this?
I'm in chipmunk mode. I'm just gonna let Bob go right on ahead and take over. And I am going to just.
This quiet offends Slanesh. Things shall get loud now.
You can tell us something, I just know it.
We are amplified.
Have you guys seen the new model?
Thank you for the 100 bits, Robbie.
No, I have not.
You haven't seen the new Fulgrim model?
No.
Really? You didn't
It wouldn't be concerned.
Here, I'm gonna send some pictures for you.
Is it stream appropriate?
Oh yeah, no, he doesn't have like tits out or anything.
It's a valid question given that Slanesh was brought up.
Oh, I hears you. Yes, yes, accept the cookies.
You put on the Discord?
Yep, throwing it into the general. Shameless plug to the Discord, by the way.
That was fun. Same time next week. Just come in, blow up my intro, and leave. I see how it is.
I'm just gonna throw a few pictures in, so everybody can see the glory of the photo, or as I like to call it, the fugly fulgrim.
Everybody loves his face.
Oh yeah, when you see the face, you'll understand why I call it the fugly. The ultimate fugly. Look at the faces. Look at them. Look at them.
Yeah, it looks like looks like he took a virus bomb to the face.
Yeah, I wonder when that happened.
They know the meme.
The fuck was that?
Would you like to join the Would you like to join the Adeptus Mechanicus?
But yeah, the Fulgrim model is fucking. A little interesting thing I noticed about that model. That's Fireblade he's holding in his left hand. His left his left upper hand.
What is that now?
Thank you for the bit.
That's the
Ash, for
sword
epic sex
that
guy and the
Ferris
penis.
forged.
Oh yeah,
Or-
didn't he kill him and took it?
Yeah, supposedly it went missing at the drop site massacre, but clearly it found its way fucking back.
It's back home where it belongs.
And supposedly the other one is the crone sword. The missing crone sword. So, place your bets, ladies and gentlemen. Who do you think we'll see next as the Loyalist Primarch returning? Do you think we're going to get a Jaggy? A Jagatai? I almost want it to be Dorn simply for Fulgrim to throw a tantrum again and Dorn just go, no.
I want to be Dorn again just so it's like all the main bureaucrat ones in there. 'Cause you got, what's his face? Gillicuddy? And now you're gonna
Now,
get, Dorn?
Bob, translate.
I heard Gillicuddy, that's about it.
Wolf.
I heard
seems
P.
like-
Diddy, I don't know.
It sounds like Cheerio wishes for the Wolf King to return, and I do too. I really want to see what they'll do with Old Man Lehman. But there is one I really hope they do. They probably
What the fuck?
I'll die on this
Anyways.
show. I do think the one that I really hope we get is a Phoenix versus the Phoenician. Give me Clone Grim, goddammit.
Clone Fulgrim versus Fulgrim.
Yes, give me the Phoenix versus the Phoenician. Give it to me. Give me that fucking drama writing. For the love of God.
Now here's a question for you. If the Lehman Russ is a take named after Russ, he found that, right? Like so he got to name it? Is that how that worked or something?
No, it was the Space Wolves found it, and then the Mechanicus named it after Lehman for
For Primarch.
yeah.
Oh, okay, never mind then. Because I was about to say, like, if that was the case, how the fuck is the Dorn then? If Dorn's gone, but never mind.
If I had the guess, they really haven't fleshed out, but if I had to guess that the STC was found by the Imperial Fists or one of their successors.
Yeah, that's gonna be my guess now. Now that you said that.
It doesn't make any fucking sense to me either, Bio. Just randomly a new fucking tank is found.
I'm just curious. Because I haven't heard any backstory. I just heard Rogel Dorn, and I thought Dorn was coming back, and I thought it was clickbait about a tank, not a
Don't
Primarch.
remind me about that. Don't remind me about that because you and me both were like,
I remember us both talking about it.
we go, oh my god, they said Rogel Dorn's coming back. We're getting Dorn. I'm like, what the fuck is this piece of shit?
Like, this isn't
mean-
Dorn.
Give me the big dragon rider. Who the? Oh. Macarius tank, Malkador tank, Arkan Lance, Land Raider, Long Ding Dong, Fulgrim pattern. You get
Ding
pin-
dong, Fulgrim pattern dildo for swords. This sounds amazing.
Ah. And speaking of the heresies, we actually do have to move on to the topic for tonight. We're
Do
going
we?
to talk about we should. Tonight we're going to speak of a few, depending on how long this drags on. First, we will speak of a Chaos Warband. We might get to an individual too later. The Sons of Malice. Yes, we're
Oh,
finally
these fucks.
Yes, we're finally going to talk about the guys that everybody hates and they hate everybody. It's kind of their shtick. Fuck everybody. Fuck you. Fuck him. Fuck that guy. Fuck you. You're not cool. Fuck you all. I quit.
The Chaos God of Chaos.
Yes. As I say, the Sons of Malice are a renegade Space Marine chapter. Well, I should say renegade Chaos Space Marine chapter turned to the service of the minor Chaos God Malice. Sometime prior to the start of the 13th Black Crusade, they are both enemies of the Imperium and the forces of Chaos alike. And they have attacked both, including Abaddon's own Black Legion. They only have one real objective, which is to reclaim their lost chapter homeworld of Sikaris, and carry forth the plans of Malice to unleash the wrath of the renegade Chaos Gods on the Chaos God upon both the ruinous powers and to quote them, the Lord Carrion of mankind.
So they're just gonna fuck everybody.
Oh yeah. Because Malice's whole shtick is fucking over the other Chaos powers. Their original name was erased from the Imperial records for so fucking long, we've only ever known them as the Sons of Malice. They were loyal once, one of the 20 Space Marine chapters known as the Astartes Periasis, devoted to keeping the Cadian Gate secured. For centuries, they waged a tough war against the heretics and demons of the Eye of Terror, always patrolling its boundaries, almost like a Night's Watch, if you will. Shameless plug for a book series that will never get ended, and whose writer likes to talk shit about Tolkien only to get everybody jumping on him for it.
Malice is just hatched.
Get hot. Oh, girl fingers my ass.
You.
Anybody understand what he just said?
Nope,
No.
I did not. As I was saying,
Yes, it is a sound wave.
but for some fucking intelligent reason, right? They decided to stick the recruitment world for a chapter onto a feral world of cannibalistic crazy people.
Sounds kinky.
I shouldn't say crazy people. The first manner of making war became basically on the border of.
Oh no, Professor,
Right.
I didn't choose that soundbite. Ash did. Ash gave that to me and said this is a Professor soundbite. And I said, okay. So, yeah. That's your soundbite.
But how did this once noble chapter who punished heresy wherever it found it fall? Well, like many things in life, it began with a fucking Inquisitor deciding to jump the gun. You know how many Space Marines guys just practice a little bit of cannibalism?
Just a little bit.
I mean, a lot of them fucking do. Let's just be honest. It's kind of
Blood Angels? Cough, cough.
the refractors, the Skull Boys. More than a few of them practice a little cannibalism. Well, theirs is more of a curse. Most of them, a lot of them practice some willingly. Looking at you, the Angels Vermilion. The events that led to the chapter's Excommunicatus Traitoris followed the end of, funny enough, a successful campaign retaking the...
Yes, Professor, I did. And yes, I did add in the ooh from Bob, because I mean, what else would make that sound better? There's really nothing.
Why do you torture our listeners?
Yeah, I don't think you guys heard the soundbite yet, but Ash just played it for the Professor, and he's heard it for the first time.
As I was saying, taking back a Clixus 225, in which three sub-oceanic hive cities in rebellion were basically scoured of all the heretics that were threatening to depressurize them, if
Play
you
it
will.
for Bob? I don't know if I can. I don't think... oh, you know what? If I add it into this, I can play it to them. Hold on here.
Don't.
You could continue. I have to actually get this up in here. Hold on here. I'm working on it.
As I was saying, they scoured the hives of heretics who were threatening to depressure them. Hence what I said, sub-oceanic hive cities. As such, the chapter's murderous first captain, Cathal, yes, it's because somebody thought maybe their kid Cathal was
I
a
have
good
the
idea.
soundbite. You guys ready for it?
No.
Sure.
Fuck it.
Let's get hot. Oh, girl fingers my ass.
Kyle,
There you go.
if you
That's the
ever fucking play that in here again, I'm just leaving for the night.
All right. Well, you won't ever have to hear it, so don't worry about it.
Fan-fucking-tastic.
It just plays on the background of the show. Without your knowledge.
Good. I already got to suffer the one. I don't need to suffer the other. As I was saying, Cathal led his battle brothers in a prolonged victory celebration. How long do you think this celebration should be, guys? We just took back 3 hive cities. How long do you think a victory celebration should be?
About a day.
Al, what do you
A
think?
week, maybe, at the most.
Half a day.
They enacted their traditional 11-year rites of Scalius's culture.
11 years?
Jesus.
These ceremonies were observed by Inquisitors. And there's a little bit of a sticky note here I put down. I'm just going to say Patius because there is a bit of a contradiction here when I was going through looking this shit up. It keeps switching back the sex of the Inquisitor, whether it was a male or a woman, or a man or a woman. So I'm just going to say Inquisitor Patius and leave it at that.
Oh, so that's just going to continue on going forward the next couple thousand, 100,000 years. Multiple thousands of years. Got it.
And it just... I mean, it switches it back from literally the same Inquisitor back and fucking forth. Let's change the first name from male to female.
Can't make up their minds, huh?
They just... No, the writers can't make up their fucking minds. In the same book, it's changed. Either way.
You said
The
in the
senior-
same book?
Yes!
They do this in the same book. It's not even like an accidental oopsie, two writers got mixed up. It's
Somebody
the
got
same
drunk.
fucking book.
So
Somebody clearly was drunk.
was the book handed to someone else halfway through? Like what?
I don't fucking know, man. All I know is the shenanigans. The senior member of the Ordo Hereticus, who was so revolted at what he saw as practices verging on the cannibalistic, as his instincts warned him that the chapter had already fallen to chaos. You see, jumping the conclusions there.
Yeah.
The Inquisitor had brought in a strike force of Adeptus Sororitas of Our Martyred Lady in 5 regiments of Astra Militarum to eliminate the chapter who had responded. No investigation, just fuck it. I'm just calling down the smack hammer.
Okay, that
Now,
sounds like a problem.
Now, Kyle, a strike force of Adeptus Sororitas is about what? Maybe 100 of them? Maybe 200?
A strike force? I'm not entirely right offhand the sizing of their units.
Let's just go very liberal and say 1,000 of them, right?
Okay.
Okay.
And 5 regiments of Astra Militarum, let's say at the big side, let's call it about maybe, we'll just go with the cane sizements, which is about 10,000 guardsmen, right?
Okay, so not a lot from what I'm hearing.
Yeah, against an entirely chapter deployment.
Isn't a chapter like 1,000 at least?
Marines, yes.
Codex?
Yes, 1,000 fucking Marines.
Yeah, you need a lot more than that there, bub.
The Inquisitor had planned, or had his combined arms forces fall on the Sons of Malice when their guard was down, right at the height of the victory celebrations, and they attacked the chapter with Melta, fire, and fury.
Needs to be louder. Oh god.
Now, how do you think this went?
Not well.
The most scarce resource in 40k universe is either competence or common goddamn sense. Yeah,
It
pretty
is.
much.
It is.
Hey, there's Trogdor. Oh, I missed it. Yeah, it's on cooldown. Sorry, bud.
It is, my good man, and it's sad for poor Gilliman, as the man is beating his head against the wall for it.
Trogdor!
So, yeah, the attack failed utterly. The strike force found Captain Cathal and his entire company a horde of fevered maniacs, having worked themselves into a state of animalistic barbarity over the course of their celebrations, if you will. His armor was his armor was splattered in gore, and blood ran from his mouth as he presided over the ceremony. Him and his brethren fell upon the Imperial strike force with such fucking savagery that the Inquisitor was absolutely unprepared for. Suffice to say, he done a fucky wucky.
You done fucked up, Aaron.
The sisters fought valiantly, however, fought bravely, but their numbers were far too few. And
Just
their
play
fate,
it for Trogdor, share the love? What do you mean? Can't do that. Those panties look an awful lot like pauldrons. Yeah, that's because we're painting the knight, not the fox girl right now.
as they're saying. And while their faith was strong, it could not overcome the sheer fury of an entire fucking... My bad, it wasn't chapter deployment. My apologies. It's worse than that. It was the entirety of their first fucking company. So
Okay.
basically 100 veterans.
Well, that sounds
So-
bad.
Yeah, so maybe it wasn't so much underkill, but still, this is pretty fucking stupid to bring just this few force. And by the light of burning torches, the first captain had cornered the Inquisitor, then dragged, and here's where it does it in the wiki. It switches from her to him, to an altar within the chapter's inner chambers, where they were ritually sacrificed. Word later arrived from the High Lords of Terra that the chapter was to be offered a chance to repent for their sins by undertaking a standard 50-year-long penitent crusade. How do you think the chapter master responded to this generous offer?
Told to fuck off.
Nah.
Exactly. He fucking told them, I will accept neither censure or punishment. Moved by his own sense of honor, he allowed the Imperial envoy to depart unscathed, convinced that the chapter's long history of service to the Imperium and holding the Cadian Gate would vindicate them of the charges that they considered baseless. The murdered Inquisitor had sent an urgent and, suffice to say, skewed account to the High Lords of Terra. However, and the trouble so close to the Cadian Gate, the panicked response of the Imperium was swift, brutal, and over-fucking-whelming. An extermination fleet arrived in the Scalus system within solar months, and they would not listen to any of the chapter's brief messages. And their assault forced the Space Marines to flee into the Eye of Terror above their battle barge, the Labyrinth. So once again, the Inquisitors are fucking up everything.
I don't make the titles. I'm just here for the color commentary. And Ash wants me to just play it. No, Ash, that's the point of a cooldown. My favorite plot twist in every 40k story: Exterminatus.
But by doing so, they left their homeworld undefended. The grisly tendencies that had caused this excommunication were founded to be rooted in
Right.
the barbaric
Extra
practices
noses
of
pounces
the
on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your bones from across the floor. Noses are Nicky Wakito Gamer Tilde, hee hee.
planet-wide campaign of genocide.
Right. Extra noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your bones from across the floor. Noses are Nicky Wakito Gamer Tilde, hee hee.
Anyways,
Hey Ash, I thought we had a truce, you backstabbing fucking Brit. We were gonna fuck with Kyle, not me. Atu, Brute, atu.
Apparently, it's over with.
Yep, back to fucking making fun of his taste in shitty tea, and Lipton is clearly the preferred tea to millions. Anyway. Let's see, where was I? Oh yeah. To quote the chapter, fate is kind to those who hate. They destroy the tribes who are our mother and father. We will destroy them and eat their souls. Metal.
I want to say this seems a little hardcore there.
These heinous acts had earned the Sons of Malice their declaration by the Senatorium Imperialis as excommunicate traitores, and to this day reside within the Iron Terra, and they wage a hate-filled war against any and all they encounter, be they servants of the master of mankind or the followers of the ruinous powers. But over the next 1,000 years, the same first captain had become chapter master, and held 11 ritual challenges aboard the ruinous ship known as the Labyrinth. These challenges of the Labyrinth, if you will, which the entire chapter gather for once every 100 standard years, consisted in sending volunteers into the depths of the space hulk that the Labyrinth had become to brave its dangers. None of the competitors were ever seen again, but it is said those who survive the trials become members of the Doomed Ones, Malice's chosen warriors.
The Doomed Ones.
They receive divine gifts of unimaginable power and now walk the dark paths of the galaxy to murder his foes. The truth of these trials was revealed upon the victory of Brother Invictus at the 11th challenge near the end of M41, however. Firstly, the exit portal at the end of the Labyrinth would allow the escape of only one aspirant of the Doomed Ones to reach it. I should say the first Doomed One to reach it, damning the rest of the aspirants to remain trapped and mutate in the dark ruins of the space hole. Second, all the Doomed Ones, basically all the aspirants who went down there searching for it, only the first one who found it became the Doomed One. Does that make a little bit more sense?
as only one person was allowed to pass.
Yeah, to become a Doomed One. Secondly, all the successful Doomed Ones from the previous challenges.
What did Bob say? I think he said ooh. You're collateral, and I'm okay with that. Oh, what do we got? We got a whole fucking line here. The British Empire conquers 3/4 of the planet for spices just to never fucking use them. Nobody prefers Lipton tea. They just don't know better. We actually use a lot of them, but I forgive your ignorance as your food reads like a chemistry set. Our science is just too advanced. That's American, for our food companies like to cheap out for profits, and I'm trained to bend over and accept it.
Now,
the two are not mutually exclusive.
Now, do you really want to watch me make Ash pissed off? According to the UN study on food health and availability and safety, you want to know where we rank? 3.
First.
We're beaten only by Denmark and Canada. You want to know where Britbong resides?
Bottom.
29. I don't want to hear it, Mr. I throw green cancer into my mushy peas.
I also had a box come in, Ash, and it's a bunch of UK stuff. I have something called crisps. I just think they don't know how to spell chip.
Yeah, it sounds about right.
And I got a bunch of like other stuff and things. So on the birthday stream, I'm going to try British foods and see if I like them. Now Bob's making me think I might die.
Well, if it was imported into America, it meant they weren't allowed to put their weird shit into it. Enjoy your chlorinated chicken. Oh, Jesus Christ, this myth again. Spoiler alert, that is not what you think it is. The whole chicken war, that's the reason why we're not allowed to get a Toyota Helix, and the reason why we don't sell our fucking chickens to Europe is because of a fucking tariff war. It has nothing to do with the chlorinated bullshit. The European Union still does the same shit to their own.
I love it when you guys get going. It's so good.
Well, you see, it started with the Germans wanting to tax our chickens because our chickens were bigger, cheaper, and funny enough, less fatty. Who would have thunk? And it was driving down the domestic German market, so they put a massive fucking tariff on it.
America said, nah, fam.
No, fuck you. So we're going to tariff the shit out of your trucks. And we matched it.
And hence why we're not allowed to have a Toyota Hilux.
And it's actually a pretty cool fucking truck. I wouldn't mind if the Germans quit being cunts and just let us have it again. Your welfare standards. Where do you find this shit, Ash? Because it sounds like you're reading right from the French the Imperialis Americana. Where are you finding this information? Because it's sad that you believe it.
Oh.
But we're not here to make fun of the Europeans like usual. We're here to talk about 40K.
The internet doesn't lie.
No, who would have thunk?
You can't lie. Lying's wrong.
Anyway, back on the topic of 40K, instead of me smacking the shit out of a European again for the third time within the last 150 years. No, wait, hang on. Spanish American. World War I, World War II. I'm trying to think if there are any mini conflicts in between there. You're absolutely right. I think I broke it. You're absolutely right. We're not going to talk about the worst place in the galaxy to live. Have I ever told you guys this joke? The Black World. The Black World. A world so destitute, so disgusting, so backward that the Imperium... Yes, Birmingham. Anyway, back on the topic of the Sons of Malice and their whole shenanigans. As I was saying, secondly, all the successful doomed ones, or the aspirants who sought to become these doomed ones, from the previous challenges had been captured and trapped in stasis sarcophagi in order to sacrifice them to summon the renegade chaos god into real space. Once the 11 greatest warriors of the chapter were thus selected, the Dark Ritual succeeded, which, according to Carthol, would be the key to their victory in the crusade to retake Salcalis. But eventual consequences of the summoning and campaign are unknown, because, well, as we know, the Cadian Gate went boom.
Yeah, I will say, Cadia's not a thing anymore.
And we currently have no idea what the fuck's going on. All we know is that there is now a chaos god in real space.
Oh, well, that's not optimal.
Though, to be fair, I know the reason why they haven't gone anywhere with this, and we'll get to that towards the little bit at the end of this. After the fall of Cadia, one warband of the Sons of Malice, led by another captain by Adjutor Kenneth, ambushed and cornered ambushed Cadian shock troops led by General Maximilian Octavian Gruber.
Have you told them about Kane's descendant, Kenny?
No, I haven't, because we avoided that. Kenny doesn't exist yet, and I'm not sure if you're going to throw him into the new one.
Kenny technically was in the new one. He only made a quick little appearance, though. He drove your tank.
Yeah, remember?
How can we avoid any actual plot in favor or just making more grimdark because we're out of fucking ideas. That's actually not the reason. We'll talk about the reason why. It's kind of fucking hilarious. Intending to avenge the loss of their homeworld and all the people exterminated by them, and they massacred the Cadians. Only for their warband then to be ambushed by an Imperial war fleet and a Space Wolf Grand Company, or Great Company, and themselves be massacred.
Ow, ow,
Because
ow,
Chaos
ow.
can have a win.
They had a big one. It was called the fucking Cadian Gate, Alan. But the whole reason why Malal, no, it wasn't Matt Word, but it's funnier than that. Before, in Warhammer Fantasy and Warhammer 40k, there used to be more than just the 4 Chaos Gods. You had Malal, or Malice. Malal was the old name of them. Malal was the 5th Chaos God, the Chaos God of basically the renegade of Malice and his hatred. And his followers would go out and seek other champions of chaos and massacre them. Right? But this was the old days of Fantasy and 40k. Right? So everybody was patenting their own shit. You see where I'm going with this, guys?
Yeah.
They fired the guy. He said, "You're not allowed to use my shit anymore." And it kind of left him in a loop. Malal was their attempt to circumvent this. Basically, it's the same Chaos God, same symbol, same everything. Just they changed the name from Malal to Malice. Right?
Yeah, okay.
This fucker took him to a court and won.
GW thought they could get away with it, like everything
Yeah,
else.
they tried to literally steal content from somebody, and it smacked them in the face. You know, one of the writers. I can't remember the guy's name, but he's the reason why you don't hear like Gilliwag. Dan is great. A fun little fact I found out about Dan Abnett and that.
You know one of the writers?
I wish. Dan Abnett, originally, do you know who was supposed to write the first few Horus Heresy books? Aaron Dembski Bowden. You know, the one I openly make fun of because he kind of blows off the Black Legion. That was the whole reason why he wasn't allowed to write the first one. Because they didn't want it just to be, oh, Abaddon and all is basically the greatest ever. So they gave it to Abnett. Abnett then, yes, the author of Hell's Reach. That. Because he has another series called The Black Legion, where he basically is a self-insert, which is a now Black Legion, 1,000 Sons, with a Dark Eldar Reaver girlfriend. And he's friends with demons. Like, when he binds them, it doesn't piss them off. It's just, oh, hey, buddy.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah, that's my reaction to reading that. My brother swears they're good books, but I can't get past the, I'm sorry, fucking what, mate?
He's like, what?
What? Wait, what the fuck do you mean? The Xeno hating bastard has a what? What the fuck? Eskandor was his name. I refuse to even accept he's canon. It's how fucking self-insert he is. What?
Am I missing something? What the fuck? Were you reading this?
Hmm?
Were you reading chat? What are you reading?
Me?
Yeah.
Yeah, Cicero, we go, Professor goes, what? And I go, Cheerio then went the author of Hell's Reach. No.
I thought they're talking about the professor playing D&D with them, and that's why we got a what? So that's why I was confused.
I thought the professor went, what? When I said, oh yeah, Aaron Dembski Bowden, he went, what?
Oh, okay. That's where I'm getting confused. I'm like, wait, what's he talking about?
He was
I was
talking...
just letting it go. I was just letting it go.
I'm like, did I miss a chat somewhere?
Maybe it just popped up and I thought they were referring to what I said.
I thought I was going nuts.
the Kane novels were written by, let's see here.
I thought it was Dan Abbott.
I want to say it is Dan Abbott.
Hang on, I'm actually listening to one right now. Let me take a look.
Sandy Mitchell.
Oh, okay. I think Dan Abbott wrote some of like the short story ones.
A few people have written some of the short story ones, but they're all fucking good. Sandy Mitchell wrote those ones. But yeah. But enough about Cade and other shenanigans. Next on to From the Sons of Malice to another Chaos Worshipper.
Bob?
What?
Oh, you said another Chaos Worshiper. I was like, oh yeah, Bob.
Are you trying to get hit, boy?
You can't hit me if you tried.
You're right. I can't hit you for where I'm at now, but I sure shouldn't get in the car.
Come on, let's do this.
All right, let's see if you can survive a 2020 fucking Jeep Jumpus.
A Jeep Jumpus.
Jumpus,
Bob?
yes, I had a strong.
You okay?
Anyway, today we're talking about
Bob doing
Yeah.
Bob things. It's okay.
Don't forget the fuck. Don't tell me what to do, Machine Spirit. I see the professor is now arguing with Scarabs.
Fucking scarabs.
But today we're also going to talk about good
Wanna
old
watch them
system.
fight each other? Do exclamation point Discord.
Please don't.
They fight each other.
I'm sad when they get upset and start fist fighting with each other.
They want to be number one for some reason.
Ugh, they're fighting.
Yep, they're fighting.
But as I was saying, good old Sister Mariel. Kyle probably knows this sister. Sabarathel, the former Sister Superior of our martyred lady, and is known as the first sister to fall to chaos.
There it is.
Poor Mariel. Was a sister superior of the martyred lady who was declared missing in action when a vicious battle between the forces of the Imperium and the elements of the Emperor's Children Traitor Legion had taken place. She apparently was captured by a demon prince by the name of Fuck it, you can pronounce that, Kyle.
I am not good at pronouncing stuff. Alan's the one who's actually good at pronouncing shit.
Hey, Alan, in the
What?
chat, how the fuck would you pronounce that?
Balsrofit.
Balls. We're just gonna go with balls.
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 Like, are
Why
you sure
else?
you want to go with balls?
I mean, we're talking about Slaanesh, so it's kind of in season, if you will.
But just
Balls.
know, regardless, you have to say his name is Balls, regardless of his context of what you're reading.
Yeah, that's a very valid point. Alan, how do you pronounce that again?
Balsrofit.
Balsafit.
Balsrofit.
Balsafit, who corrupted her after many rounds. Why is it written like that? Holy shit. Of agonizing
Rounds?
torture. Rounds.
Hey, baby.
Bring her into the service of Slaanesh. Yeah, I fucking bet. The chaos god of pleasure and pain, she was the first sister to willingly fall to such disgrace. Though the demon had great plans for Mariel, but news of her fateful return from the dead had reached the Order, and the hunt had begun, led by Canoness Olga Kazimeth, to rescue her from the clutches of chaos and hide her existence from the rest of the Imperium. Hindered her new ambitions, should I say. To put an end to the pursuit, Mariel came to the world of Claudius Prime and conducted 3 mass killings in such a way to suggest that this was the work of a sister of battle, and then hid in Negarond. That is a dangerous fucking name. That is fucking. I'm not going to call it that again. It's Grond from now on. Deal?
All right, works for me.
Because it's written
Girl
literally
fingers my
as
ass.
that word Grond. So it's just Grond. The old capital of Caldus Prime's freezing northern region. Kurtz, Governor Regent of the Camargue, the planetary capital of the I'm not fucking saying that of the world, assumed there was that these actions must have been performed by a chaos imposter from the nearby embattled Perius Reach, trying to stain the honor of the order. He discreetly transmitted reports through through back channels to alert the Sororitas to the deformation. At the same time, he sent a catcher of men, if you will, a local bounty by the name of Lowen Tanget, to eliminate the miscreant in secret. Shortly after, the Canoness and her veteran battle sisters, Elias and Bonaparte, Jesus, that is Bonaparte. Bonaparte secretly arrived on Caldus Prime and inquiries of the Regent. After appraising the situation, they immediately followed the tracker that King carried at the Regent's orders, without waiting for the reinforcements that they needed. Mind you, they were Imperial Guards, or not Imperial Guard. They were planetary planetary defense forces, so not really helpful if it turns out this isn't as bad as they think it's going to be. But more las guns in a firefight are never bad. Wouldn't you agree?
I suppose.
But they did this to prevent her existence from becoming known to the wider public, badly tarnishing the Adeptus Sororitas' image. This led the Canoness and her companions to fall into the former sister's trap, however. Sabathel had used Tanget to kill the sisters Elias and Bonaparte, and then to distract the Canoness before killing her. Despite Kasimov's repeated offers to find a way to redeem Sabathel from the clutches of damnation. Thus freed from her pursuers, the corrupted sister had led her new lackey Tanget into the service of chaos and took him as an ally and a servant. Stated her intention to hunt down more Eldari. You know, the always favored prey of the servants of Slaanesh.
Oh yeah,
And
they like the Darky Elves.
And
They wanna drink
recently, one Eldar in particular she hunts. The same one which wishes to bring an end to Slaanesh.
Oh, your mom.
Stepma, yes.
Stepma, there you go.
Stepmother.
She'll never be as good as the real mom.
Mind you, though, she has been quite intelligent because she was on Macragge she was spotted on Macragge during the resurrection of Gilliman. And like most intelligent forces of chaos, when the great blue Papa Smurf awoke, everybody went, hey, I'm getting the fuck off world.
They're like, yeah, I'm done here.
Perfect example of this statement. The quote, a Khornate worshiper who questioned Abaddon why he hid from Gilliman. If you wish to try to take a Primarch on in melee, be my guest, servant of Khorne. I will stick to living to serve the dark gods. So as much as we give Failbadon the harmless shit, he knows his limits. He knows better than to try to go fist fight the guy, the great tax collector.
Because I'm sure he owes a lot in back taxes.
He's only been ducking the tax man for 10,000 years. And boy, does Gilliman hate that! But yes, she mostly appears in only 3 different little settings. The Invitation, which is the short story about her killing the Canoness. You probably heard about this. Dark Millennium, which was a card game. And supposedly...
Oh, you know what? Yeah. I know what you mean, Dark Millennium. That's that new card game that came out. I played it for a little bit, but I didn't care for it, so I stopped.
And supposedly she had a character sheet list for the old Dark Heresy FPS, or tabletop RPG system.
Oh, really?
Mind you, I don't ever want to run into that bitch. Kyle, don't get any fucking ideas. Don't. She will murk us all.
And she's Slanesh.
Right. Extra noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your bones from across the floor. Noses are Nicky like you told Gamer Tube, hee hee. Right. Extra noses pounces on you, ooh, you're so warm. Couldn't help but notice your bones from across the floor. Noses are Nicky like you told Gamer Tube, hee hee.
Suffering. Pure, unadulterated suffering. Though, you heard I said the first. It's a bit of canonical shenanigans there once more.
Everything is
She's
canon.
also- Well, they can't make up their fucking mind because throughout the entirety bit I found, she's also referred to as the only sister to willingly fall to chaos.
I always heard she was the only also, but
I've also seen it written the last few times as the first. And it just annoys the shit out of me. Because, mind you, there are heretical sisters written. Not willingly, like in the case of Kane's Last Stand. Great book, by the way, if you pick it up if you haven't. Where there was a Chaos Lord known as, I want to say it was Uberak the Undefeatable. Spoiler alert, I'll give you 3 guesses what happened at the end of the Kane book.
did he not live up to his name?
He got Sparta kicked off a dam.
So the undefeatable was defeated.
Yep.
Yeah. So it also don't forget something too. He was also had a funny mustache, small, wore a pointy hat, and spoke with exaggerated hand gestures, and was a great public speaker, quote unquote.
Oh God, really?
I wish that was a fucking joke. I really fucking do. And he wore velvet fucking clothes.
Yeah, and he wore well-looking velvet clothes.
Did they really have to make him into this world?
Yes.
It was
No, not Charlie Chaplin.
The other funny mustache.
Listen, he ruined that stash because we used to look at that funny stash and go, "Oh, look, it's Charlie Chaplin." Now we just refer to it as the other guy, who only did one thing right, and it was killing that guy. Say what you will, but he did kill Hitler.
I mean, you're not wrong.
But yeah, his ability was he was able, whoever he spoke to, he could literally possess your mind. I know. Go ahead. The jokes keep rating themselves about what the fuck he was. But if he talked to you, he basically had control of your mind. It was a warp gift. And he took over an entire convent of sisters by just simply walking in and telling them to do shit. So, how do you think Cade counteracted this, Kyle?
Earplugs?
Jurgen.
It
It's a psychic gift.
ain't gonna work when he's around.
So the plan was Kane was going to engage this short, fat mutant in a fight, while Jurgen got close to the Sororitas who were wielding bolters, and their whole process was break them out of the control, and they just shoot the funny little mutant with bolt guns, right?
Yes.
They were so disgusted with what had happened to them, they threw themselves off the fucking dam.
Wonderful.
Fucking typical.
Could you at least have done this, kill him before doing that? Apparently not.
But yeah, the novel, and this is how powerful the ability was. Even after Jurgen would step away from the person after he's got close enough to break the spell, it would fucking come back. One of Kane's own recruits had fallen under this curse, right?
Mm-hmm.
And Kane wanted to check, so he goes, Jurgen, take 3 steps back. And he started having to resist to keep his pistol off Kane. He goes, I'm sorry, sir. I'm just not strong enough. He then ate his own gun.
Oh, well, alrighty then.
Mind you, Kane then rubbed it into that funny little midget's face by saying Commissar Dornell sends his regards, and with a swift kick. And then the Necron showed up.
And then
Goddamn
Necrons
Necrons.
showed up.
They took something and left, so I think Trazyn was involved. Actually, I'm almost
No,
certain Trazyn
they
was
were.
involved
They were Trazyn's men.
because I remember him. Kyle? Maybe you know about this. Didn't Trazyn take an artifact? Has an artifact that awakens psychers?
I'm not positive.
And I want to say he fucking does, but that was the thing that he stole from that book, because they came and took it and then just pooped. So it sounds like good old Trazyn was like, "Ooh, shiny!
He's like, I'll take that.
Ooh, piece of candy."
No, but the reason why they took it too was because the biggest threat to Necrons are fucking Psychers. Tell me I'm wrong.
I mean, you're not. That's the whole reason why they existed. Why all the Eldar are psychically charged. But yeah, the whole Sons of Malice, that, and a few Chaos bits, because we haven't talked about Chaos in a bit. Any questions, boys?
No, I'm actually glad you talked about the Psyker that fell, because, yeah, I forgot about that being a thing, and that's something I always wanted to kind of know about.
Yeah, well, she's now wandering around. I want to say she makes an appearance in, one of the Gaunt's Ghost books. I might be wrong, though. I know she dueled fucking one famous commissar to a fucking standstill. I can't remember who. It wasn't Kane, I know that.
No, it wasn't Kane.
I can't remember if it was the new one. That I cannot remember her name for the life of me. And I don't think it was Yark, so I think it must have been Gaunt. Maybe Ash can help me on this, because I think he's read all the Gaunt's Ghost books. If he's still here. Maybe he's just waiting to come back and hit the button.
He's got that shit on a timer, man. He don't even have to wait.
But yeah, right now she's off hunting Eldar.
Doing God's work.
But yeah, that's Chaos episode. I mean, I could talk a little bit more about Malice and the shenanigans, if you guys want a little bit.
Go ahead.
I mean, we're just at the hour mark, and I got more stuff I can paint if you want to keep going.
Yeah, I probably should. First off, the image, the symbol of Malice. Edgy. What, you agree?
I gotta put my thing on Discord on the general here for that one. Oh. Yep, it is definitely pointy and looks like it has edges. I'm here. It's not Yark. It's not worth knowing.
Thanks for the help, Ash. I appreciate it. And the other one. Even edgier. This is when GW used to be young and do kind of wacky shit. Because Porphyrial is anarchy, destruction, parasitism, and vengeance. His titles are the Hierarch of Anarchy and Terror, the Outcast God, the Lost God, and the Renegade God. His sacred number is 11. His colors are black and white. He only has really one group, and it is the Sons of Malice, and his rival, Chaos God, is all the others.
I'll say he doesn't have a rival. Everyone's his rival.
He hates everybody.
He hates them all.
But yeah, he's only really mentioned in 4 different little books, part books. The quest, well, I shouldn't say his original incarnation when he was Malice, or when he was Malal. Yes, all this is them trying to get around fucking their shenanigans of somebody else copyrighted their work and you're not allowed to use my shit anymore. And that is the same symbol for Malice and Malal. It's the same shit.
So they literally decided, hey, don't you copy my work, but make it look different.
They didn't even do that. They just changed the name. You know, the very definition of copyright.
I say, leave it to GW to not understand copyright infringement and or good plagiarism.
But besides the point, he originally shows up in Warhammer Fantasy as Malal. He was created by the comics writers John Wagner and Alan Grant, along with Malal's champion, Caleb Dark. Like, I'm not even making that shit up. Caleb Dark.
Caleb Dark.
Yes, they just added an extra A.
I
In the
wonder if he
chat is the
hurt
name.
himself on that edge.
Look at the fucking name. It's written just like that. Fucking
Just
miss
added an
old-
extra A in Dark.
I just miss old GW. I really fucking do. This is when they were having fun. As such, he was written for a comic strip, and currently he actually temporarily allied himself with the forces of an order, and he fights at the siege of Prague, against the Chaos God Korn, and he fucking murks a greater champion of Korn. He doesn't have mutations because Malal doesn't believe in that shit. He's equipped with a soul-drinking demon axe named. What do you think it's named? I want you guys' opinion. What do you think they named the Dark Axe, the Chaos God of murder your friends?
Acts of hatred.
Betrayer.
The what? Betrayer, Alan?
Betrayer.
You see, you put too much effort in it. It's the Dread Axe.
Oh.
And it has the symbol of the Chaos God on a shaft of bone. His shield was shaped in the form of Malal's mark, the half black, half white skull. His armor was all black with white details, and his steed was a black demonic horse known as a Chaos Steed. I thought they were going to throw some funny fucking name at it, but they didn't. A missed opportunity. Caleb himself appears as pale, as the contract with Malal supposedly drained him of life energy. Now, what do you think his battle cry is, gentlemen?
For Chaos?
Kyle?
For Malice.
Bao, what do you think?
You're not supposed to know he's here.
Yes, Bao has been in here. The Dread Axe thirsts for you. Edgy.
Wonderful.
And his story takes place over 4 parts. The Quest of Caleb Dark, written in 1985. The God Slayer, written in 86. The Evil of Warpstone in 87. And God Amok, which was never printed.
You say God Amok?
Yes, that was going to be the name of the book.
All right. Mucking about.
Supposedly, the 4th
Boy,
comic strip was
you
canceled.
mucking about. Yeah, I guess I could see them naming it that, I guess.
I think his name is Jeff. This is Battle Cry, these nuts. But yes, the comic strip was canceled in 87, allegedly for creative differences between the creators and Games Workshop. As such, the deity would eventually find its way into their mythos in that. The renegade
Creative
ogre.
differences.
Yeah. But we're not here for the backstory of Malal. We're here for the funny things. The productions ceased in 88, the same year as the first of the 2 Realms of Chaos background books were published. Malal is not referred to or mentioned at all in these products. There's also an uncertainty who actually earned the rights to the concept of Malal. The comics writers or GW? I'll give you a hint who won the lawsuit.
Well, you already told us it wasn't GW.
Just bong. One notable exception to this absence of Malal was the Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay supplement, Dying of the Light, published by Hag's Head Publishing in 95. This book featured a chaos sorcerer Malal named Heinrich Bors, who was struck a deal with Malal to escape from the chaos god Zinch. And then they retconned it. And you want to know what the current dirt in the prayer for Malal is? You know how the 7 keys of X, Y, and Z for Zinch and that? We deny Nurgle their flesh to fester and rot. We deny Khorne their blood and skulls. We deny Zinch their destinies and fates. We deny Slaanesh their pleasures and pains. Death to the dark gods for the for the renegade god. Let the galaxy burn.
Edge.
Edge.
If I can't have it, nobody can.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting out of that.
As further use of Malal was restricted by Games Workshop due to copyright concerns, aka they tried, failed, and got sued, the authors of Something Rotten in Kislev Adventure for Warhammer Fantasy Roleplay 1 Edition, The Enemy Within, campaign introduced Zezif, the Great Undoer, and later Nahu, the Doubter, as two Chaos Renegade gods, replacing the role originally intended for Malal in the campaign. You see? That's called original content, GW. You can do that. Yada, yada, yada. Shadow Lord of Murdertime, Bela Kor, yada, yada, yada. Try to find if they mention it. They fucking don't. That's fucking hilarious. They don't mention the lawsuit in the wiki.
Just edit that out, and okay.
Oh. Yes. Because you want to know why that is? It's because copyright actually refers to you having to copyright something. This isn't Japan where you could just you could sue somebody for using a concept you didn't copyright till fucking 10 minutes ago. Just because you did it first. If you can't tell, I'm still pissed at Nintendo. Fucking bastards. But yeah, that's chaos today, gentlemen. Any questions?
What is chaos? What is chaos?
4 space tumors about to get their shit pushed in by a skeleton on a throne.
Someone got a lot of belief in somebody.
I mean, when's the last time you've seen somebody perfectly damage a chaos realm? Nurgle hasn't done that to Slaanesh, or Zinj, or Khorne, or vice versa, or any combo. Eb strode in, fucking burnt half the garden of Nurgle down, told him to sit down, shut the fuck up, or I'm gonna come in there, and then strode right back out.
Don't forget about the time the Emperor walked into Zinch's realm as a little girl just to say, fuck you, I did it.
You have this unnavigatable labyrinth? Hang on a minute. It's so easy, a child could do it. Strodes right through it with a fucking, what was it?
With a dog.
Yeah, I can't remember, but it was supposed to reference Alice in Wonderland. The dog, if you know.
Oh yeah, she had a little chihuahua with her.
Are you sure that's supposed to be Alice, or is that supposed to be Wizard of Oz?
No, it's the Wizard of Oz. Thank you.
With Toto.
Yeah. Toto. He had Toto. That's remember.
Was the dog's name actually Toto? Please tell me it was.
I don't remember, but I want to say yes.
Oh my god.
You know what? It's funnier if it is. So it is.
I think that's part of the reason why in the U.S. a public display of an item before applying for a pen will disqualify. Take a while to guess what I'm studying. Oh, you're studying copyright law. Neat. It's canon. The Emperor was Chuck Norris at one point. I want to say yes.
Oh. Trim, and more trim. Gotta love chaos.
Gotta love chaos. Oh, man. I'm trying to think. What were the other 2 things that were said that he did? Because he mocked all 4 at one point or another. He burnt the nerve. He burnt the garden. He navigated the impossible labyrinth.
He told Slaanesh she was ugly.
No. I want to say it was fucking. He denied. He refused to acknowledge her. Acknowledge it. which pissed it off more. And I want to say he beat Korn senseless without drawing his blood. Or as I like to post, let's see, can I find it quickly? I wonder if I have it saved. And I'll throw it into the Discord. If I do, you're about to see a funny picture. It's going in the general. I don't give a shit. I know it's not where it belongs.
Is it the Waffle House fight?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's in our meme time somewhere.
And it's back again.
It's just he's just beating all their asses at the Waffle House. Yeah. I remember that one.
That's Ebbs for you.
It's so good.
He doesn't show up much in canon, but when he does, everybody else just starts screaming anathema and running for the hills. It's like that one guy you make fun of, but you know for a fact if somebody runs their mouth to his face, you're getting an ass whipping. Oh, what will your corpse god do? Suddenly Emps.
Oh, he's climbing the top rope. Look out, look out. RKO!
That's Gork and Mork. Get it right.
I know, but I fucking, it's hilarious still.
Well, even funnier, supposedly in lore, if we do get the Ingron Gaskell fight, does that mean that somewhere in the realms of chaos, you got Gork and Mork teaming or double teaming the shit out of Korn? Fight back, fucker, fight back.
That would be pretty funny to see.
Fight back, fucker, fight back. But I do believe that covers our topic for the night, gentlemen.
Oh, so yeah, it got pretty quiet. The music stopped. I forgot to hit the auto restart, so the playlist just kind of stopped.
I do have a brisket to fucking check up on here in a few minutes.
Oh boy. Well, I'm still working on all this trim, and there ain't no way I'm getting it done in the next 5 minutes. So I think we'll call here. It's canon that the Emperor was at one point Chuck Norris.
I want to say yes, especially with the Waffle House incident.
All right. Well, I'll just go ahead and give it the old done all, one all. Unless you got something quick to say, Bob?
Yes, all I can say is in none of the written histories has a chaos god walked into another one's realm and shit talked him. All the Ents walked right into the garden and told Nurgle, and I shit you. Hang on, I want to see if I can find that. God Blight Ent speech.
Actually trying to take care of my brushes now. Oh, and I want to also wish everyone here a happy new year. As this is our last stream of the year.
Yeah, it is.
And the next, besides our normal streams every Sunday and Monday, I will be doing a belated birthday stream. My birthday was about a week or so ago. I will be doing a birthday stream. I just plan on doing some painting, paint and chill, maybe some games. And then I have a package to open up that's full of goodies from the UK, sent from one of our viewers from the UK. So I plan on doing the box, doing some paint and chill, maybe some indie games, or maybe I'll get Bob and Alan and all of us together. Maybe we'll play something online. You know, maybe we'll play Dark Tide, or fuck it, maybe we'll do Rogue Trader or something, or I don't know. We'll figure it out. They're kind of hopped up on a listed right now too.
Here we are. The whole fucking speech after Gilliman literally got soul murked by Nurgle, and he basically picked up. He speaks to me, brother, said Gilliman. Does he not speak to you? Father, said Mortarion. I am his right hand, brother. I am his general, his champion. I am the avenging sun, and by his might I am preserved. The landscape flickered between the blasted battlefield of Ajax and the garden of Nurgle. The ground of the garden was rolling. This is impossible. You should be dead. There was a creak of a door, faint but pontuous, coming from the manse. The doors never opened to Nurgle's house. Mortarion turned very, very slowly and looked at the great house. A single tiny shutter on an insignificant gamble was open, a square deeper black in the black wood. Forgive me, grandfather. Gilman looked past him. Something looked through him, seeing all worlds at once. Eyes as bright as the centers of galaxies stared at the black, forbidding house. You are a traitor, said Gilliman, in a voice that was not quite his own. You have brought low all that could have been, but you are as much a victim as a monster, Mortarion. Perhaps one day you might be saved. Until then, you must go back to the master you chose. No, Mortarion cried, but it was too late. Some force reached for him and yanked hard. He flew back over and over through the garden towards the black house of the plague god. He felt for a moment of perfect terror before he flew through the open portal, and it slammed shut behind him, trapping him altogether with an all more awful god. Nurgle was displeased. Gilliman looked over the garden. Yada, yada, yada. Hang on. Hear me, Gilliman's voice boomed through eternities. The sword blazed brighter until the fire of it threatened to burn out time. I am Rabute Gilliman, last loyal son of the Emperor of Terra. It is not your destiny to end today, God of Plagues. But no, I am coming for you. I will find you, and you will burn. He gripped the sword of the Emperor two-handed and raised it high. Rising waves of fire ripped through the garden. From the great manse, a cry of rage sounded as a wall of flame hotter than a million suns devoured everything in its path, finally breaking, receding within yards of the black walls of Nurgle's house. Its infinite halls shook. Mossy tiles fell from the roof. Sodden timbers steamed. This is a warning. The warp in the material were once in balance. For far too long you have tipped the scales. Understand, it is not only the warp that is capable of pushing back. This realm is not real. Only will is real, and none may outmatch my will. Be assured, Lord of Plagues, and convey this message to your brothers, that I do not speak for myself. I speak for the Emperor of mankind. And
Damn.
then the garden, basically the quote, the Rainmaker, half the garden was destroyed. Nurgle was at that point considered ascendant, the powerfulest of chaos gods. Currently is considered now the weakest.
Burn, baby, burn, disco inferno.
Because he got spanked.
And notice, Gilliman and Emps were in Nurgle's realm, right in front of his house. Nurgle didn't open the door to come out. That bitch hid in his house.
Nice.
While Emps was basically going, Warriors,
Come out to
hey.
play. Oh, fuck.
Enough
See you
reading
next
from
year,
books.
nerds. Happy late birthday. Oh, thank you, thank you.
From the Arthur Lore Show, we wish you a happy holidays, and we hope in the new year to come that your joys are greater, your wallet's fatter, and your stack of unpainted minis smaller. Oh, who the fuck am I kidding? It's only gonna grow.
Whose lack of balls was that? That was me and Bob. You're doing the warrior stick.
Have you never seen The Warrior? Oh, wait.
It's Cheerio, bud.
Yeah, I thought that was Ash or Professor. I was going to say, motherfucker, you have no excuse. Understandable, Stereo. It's a classic movie.
It's a good one. It's a good one. But all right. Well, I think we're gonna call it here. We'll go ahead and give a raid. I was going to throw you guys at 20 because he's learning the new greatest game to come out, Balatro.
Oh, God.
I think I have absolutely seen the Warriors.
It's Anabasis, 1970.
1970.
Yes.
Oh boy. But all right, this has been the Art of Lore show. This was our last stream of the year, and I just looking at this, like I think got into Warhammer like it's been about 4 years now, almost 5, and we've been running the show for what, almost 2-3 years?
Going on 3.
Going on 3 years almost. Oh, Jesus, man, been a while. Has been a while.
Yes. It's been some shenanigans. I'm
Yeah.
happy you guys dragged me into this.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Cheerio. Don't do the watch time. It's broken. Yeah. The follow age. That's what you want. 2 years and 7 months. And Cheerio, you're like one of our first followers, if I remember correctly.
Oh,
You're there
he
from
is.
the beginning days.
I don't know what we did to earn such a loyal follower, but we
Oh,
appreciate you, Fred.
and the podcast. I just did it. I have it ready to go. I just have to upload it. If anybody has been following our podcast, but the next one coming up is our 5th one, which is where we first brought Bob on, and I only had to bleep him twice. So progress.
Funny enough.
What the fuck did I say? Oh, you bleeped it for Spotify, I see.
Yes, and other
So no-
various items that are a lot more TOS than Twitch here. But
I'm gonna
anyways,
tell you right
the
now,
rain
things are only
timer's
gonna get
coming
worse.
down. I'll tell you all, have a good night, and there'll be many more podcasts to bleep here soon.
Peace. Have a wonderful evening, gentlemen.
How are we going, everybody?